Hey guys, welcome back. Well, it's been a few days. Did a couple tree jobs. So we actually did bring back some wood. This wood here is from yesterday. So we got some red oak, and then the remaining is ash. Some decent sized ash rounds. Left a lot of some of the base, you know, 3-4 feet long, which is ideal. So with all of this stuff, I'm just going to throw in as it sits. The bigger stuff I'll probably end up ripping either in half or quarters. I'm gonna do that today. The oak stuff, the oak tree was alive, so I'll probably end up ripping those for sure in the quarters, even like that smaller log right there, just so I can put that on top and let it burn down. The day before, we did some dead spruce trees. These are super dry, which I'm good I brought a lot of it back because I had zero wood. I was literally out. So needless to say, got plenty of wood now for at least a while. So I filled this guy last night at like, what time was it? I don't know, it was like 9:30. I didn't throw that much in there because there was still a lot of logs. And right now it's 11 o'clock. First time I'm actually coming out to look at the boiler. And she's been burning just fine. It did get a little cooler last night, but there's just not a lot of load on it. I ended up changing the set point. I brought it down a couple degrees because it was always overshooting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some of these ash logs. I'll get them staged, ready to go to get thrown in. Then I'll bring it back and show you what's in there after 14 hours, and then how much I throw in, which will definitely get us through the day because it's just not gonna run. So let me get some logs and I'll bring you guys back. All right, let's see what we got here. It's like supposed to be 50 degrees today and super windy, so yeah, I mean, there's still wood in here, not much. Smell that spruce. Should be plenty to get her going. All right, chuck some time. This one's gonna fit. This one's pretty tall. No problem. Grab a couple more. Much larger one. Perfect. Now that's way more than I need, especially for the day. But you want to keep a coal bed. For me, I found that I need to have more in there. Because like I said, she's going to stay dormant, so the longer she can be in a burn cycle trying to get that stuff up, it would create really good coal. So I think what I definitely want to do today is I got to get all this stuff moved. So I definitely got to cut these bigger rounds up. These smaller ones I can either throw into a tote. I didn't want to touch much just because I'm going to pick it up. I'd like to just keep throwing it in. Now if I could pick this up and chuck it in, I would, but it's pretty heavy stuff. So, and the red oak I for sure got to cut. And as you can tell, I got more IBC totes. I did have originally 20 that I brought home. I already processed those. I want to get all this done, get those broken down. It's supposed to be sunny and gorgeous these next couple of days. Saturday, Sunday that is. And one, I don't have my GMC dually. Took that in last night. Transfer case is leaking again. Chip truck I took in to get the dump bed re-welded, whatever. So that can go out of a truck. So thankfully it's the weekend though. No matter what, I need my truck back today or first thing in the morning, so I can get to other things done. I made a fuel run last night, got some ethanol free fuel. I think I got like 50 gallons because I virtually had nothing to make saw fuel, so I got to do that real quick. Probably gonna organize some of this and then rip up some of those rounds and get everything cleaned up and moved, and then hopefully break those down. At least want to get something done today. So, but yeah, stay tuned, I'll bring you along. All right guys, well, I didn't record anything, but this is what I all got cut up. So as you can tell, a huge pile. So we got this tote, let me get the light here, this tote, wait a minute, yeah, so it's this one, and then these 2 wheelbarrows, and then this one. So we got 3 totes, 2 wheelbarrows, and what's remaining here. It was just too windy today. I mean, it's still cranking out here. I'm cutting, sawdust going all in my eyes, and it's just too windy. Not only that, every time I set up the camera it would fall over, so I just decided to say screw it. Not only that, I think I mentioned I dropped off my chip truck at the one place yesterday, and my truck to get the transfer case was leaking. So the dealer called me, and the transmission's actually leaking too. So I had to go pick up a loaner vehicle in the meantime. That's what that is. So I'm gonna come in here and talk for real brief. So yeah, that cut my day a little short, that I had to leave. Damn door. To go pick up that because I'm kind of out of a vehicle in the meantime otherwise. But anyways, so I got a good amount cut up, as you saw. Question for you guys, I'm curious what you guys think. So our temperature is the next at least 3-4 days sun, 30 40s, maybe 50 some days. Some days it gets a little colder, like high 20s. I'm curious to see what you guys think. So that pine that I showed you earlier, or spruce, and the ash and oak that I have, I'm curious what you guys think, how long that's gonna last. So that's heating this shop, next door, house, hot water, and attached garage. With those kind of temps, sunny the next couple days, but not after that. So I know it's hard to tell, but for those of you who've been following along long enough, you kind of have an idea how much wood I go through. I could say this though, the last couple days that it's been in the 40s, I haven't really gone through much at all. But it is going to drop down these next couple nights, like colder. So I'm anticipating going through a little bit more. So, but yeah, not very happy about not having my main truck now that they have to pull the whole Allison transmission out to figure it out. Whatever. So I'm assuming I'm going to be down from that truck for at least a week. Hopefully not. I don't know. It's pretty annoying. It's kind of frustrating, but it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, now that I'm kind of on this tangent of being a little upset, there's not much that bothers me. Like when you guys all comment, you know, I don't really care, you know, if you like what I post or don't like what I post. But I mean, I do care. I mean, I obviously respond to everybody, you know, and I try to be respectful as I can be. So this was a couple weeks ago. I did a couple processing videos, and you know, I had somebody say, you know, this is something like this. He used some of these words, but he's like, get rid of that piece of shit and go buy an Easton made or whatever. And he said it kind of like a couple days in a row as far as on different videos. Now, usually I don't like stuff like that bother me, but when you say what I own that costs $100,000 is a piece of shit, I get a little irritated, right? You know, since I bought that with my own money, I paid for that unit outright. You know, I could have bought whatever machine I wanted. I could have bought an Easton made. I could have bought a Dyna. I could have bought a, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. I could have bought whatever I wanted, and I bought that machine for a specific reason, you know. And I know there's a lot of, I'm just going to say it how it is. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that promote Easton made, which is fine. I have nothing against them. They make a great product, but I paid for my machine, right? I wasn't given it from Brute Force to promote for videos. And there's a lot of guys out there, and I know a lot of you guys watch my channels. You can take offense to this or not. I don't care. Props to you for getting these units to promote. Good for you. Props to you. That's awesome. But so yeah, there's a lot of videos out there with Easily Made. Doesn't mean that they're better than everything else. That's just like Chevy, Ford, and Dodge, right? Everybody can say some are better than others and vice versa. It doesn't matter, right? So, you know, don't come on my channel and tell me what I have is a piece of shit. So don't do that. I really don't care what you have to say at that point. And if you're watching this, you know who you are. Like I said, I don't really take offense to it, but just don't do that. You know, I don't go on anybody else's channel and say what they're doing. You're an idiot or you're dumb or that's not going to work. I give advice on, you know, on some things if somebody asks or I feel like they may need to know certain things, but I don't go and put rain down on their parade. So that's my little 2 cents. I'm never going to talk about that again. And like I said, no offense to anybody who's been given to borrow to use an Easily Made processor, or I don't even care what manufacturer it is. Good for you. You know, at the end of the day, I just hope everyone's extremely honest on the equipment and how it operates. You know, whether it's you have a contract or not, just tell everybody how it is, because there's people out there that are maybe looking at buying, whether it's a splitter or a processor or whatever it may be. Just be honest, you know, because you getting it for free, you better tell it how it is, because someone's going to spend their hard-earned money on this and they don't want to be lied to, right? Doesn't matter what video I post, whether it's my boiler or my lift or my chipper or about my truck or my tractor or my processor, whatever it may be, my snow melt system to my firewood kiln to my solar stuff, I tell it how it is. Nobody's given me really anything as far as that goes. I mean, the only stuff I've been given is a couple power stations that promote, and guess what? I use them. Like, here's an example. Right in here, my kind of solar area. You know, I was given this unit, but I bought that, you know, and a couple other things. Like, I just tell it how it is. You know, if it's a POS, I'm going to tell you. If it works, it works. So, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of rambling here. A little upset about my trucks being down, but it is what it is, and I figured I'd just kind of talk about, you know, what's on my mind as far as somebody telling me I got a POS and, you know, Easily Made this or that, you know, whatever. If Andrew, if you've watched this video or if someone shares it to you, no offense to your products whatsoever. I've seen them at the shows and other products that some of my buddies, they actually have them. They're great units. Gets a little annoying when everyone's like this, and this, you know, it's just, they got no skin in the game, you know, they're just going to rant and rave and kiss your ass. So, and that's not who I am. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just trying to say how it is, because there's a lot of people that watch these channels and whatnot that, you know, they may be persuaded a certain way, but at the end of the day, I just tell it how it is, you know. If somebody offered me a different manufacturer's product, would I take it to use? Maybe, probably. Why wouldn't I? I'd be dumb not to. If it's going to benefit me as far as production goes. Otherwise, I don't want it. You guys would be surprised how many emails I get every day about promoting a certain thing, and I say no, because if it's not something I don't need, or if I don't think it's a good product, I'm not going to promote it. So, all right, well, that's enough rambling on that. So, didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I got enough cut up for today, and I'm praying tomorrow is not as windy, because I think I'm going to process wood tomorrow. I don't really want to do that because it's soft over there, and I don't want to rut it all up. So I don't know. I need to get going on that. So I think I may process tomorrow. It's gonna be sunny, so even if it's wet out, it is what it is. I mean, that's not its final destination location. So I mean, it is windy out there, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. I know I've been rambling and venting, I guess you can say, but I mean, here's an example. Like when I first got this from here, and I mentioned it in my one video, machine works great. There was a flaw or something wrong with this whole computer, right, which operates everything. All the sensors are hooked up to it. You know, the sensors on the backs, the bar and whatnot, sensors in the engagement handle there. Well, I think I had maybe an hour and a half on it, and it just wouldn't engage. It said faulty sensor or whatever. You know, Vermeer came out right off the bat, swapped out one that they had that they were selling for this, because it was like a week old, on site, 2 hours away from the location, swapped them out. It was great. Everything worked just fine. So it is what it is. I mean, I understand, you know, everything's new and computers, we all know how that goes. You know, that's the truth on that. And since then, I've had this machine over 3 years. It's been phenomenal. So knock on wood, right? So straight shooter here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. But as always, guys, keep earning.